for Donald Trump. Hey, I will vote. Hey, 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 for Donald Trump. Guys, I will vote for Donald Trump. Yes, you heard me right. The lady who sat down, composed the song I will vote for Donald Trump. Her husband is being deported back to his home. She's now crying for him. And according to ICE, according to the sources that we're having right now, they need to expedite his exit from America, United States. I'm gonna vote for Donald Trump. I'm gonna vote for Donald Trump. Wait. Things are not the same anymore. Guys, these Latinos for Trump, they never saw this coming. And it's really, really hurting them. They're really hurting. They're sobbing. They're breaking down in tears. They're regretting. They don't know what to do. My life is gone. They don't know what to do. I'm sorry for that. My light fell down. They don't know what to do. They don't know who to run to, because the person they trusted so much is the same person betraying them. Is the same person who has instructed the ICE to go searching for illegal immigrants. You understand? You sang you were gonna vote for Trump, and that's exactly what you did. And now, when you never went through the policies just to know that what Trump really meant was hurtful, was going to break families, was going to hurt you in one way or another, you ignored all the signs. You ignored all the signs. You came here, you danced. Guys, it's hitting so hard. That is betrayal, like betrayal in the city. So these Latinos thought that they were so special, like they were so special, and they thought that all those policies were for other communities and they were not for them. Guys, this is what we say: pain, anguish. This is the total, I would say, total betrayal in the city, or betrayal in the city. You know, so you have to pay for the consequences, the actions, you know. And I just don't know why the Latino community felt so special. Like, I know they have those laws that protect them. They feel so special. So these people, this community really betray their own communities. Them voting for Trump has led to many people being deported from the Latinos community. You understand? We know all those people who are working on the farms in America. They had no documents, and at least they were doing something. They were working and getting money, earning money for their families. You understand? Yeah. And I'll say, like, ignorance, it's not a very good thing, ignorance. And saying that it's too late is just I would say, like, it's too late for them. They're just facing the reality. That's the reality check, you know, when they've really teared up their own community. And when we talk about tearing up their own community, I think I see in a way that so many people have broken up. Kids, eyes have been picking up and they don't know, they don't want to know that if you have papers or not, where you come from, you came here illegal or not. You know, it has just been happening and happening, and this has really made so many families to break up. The kids they've left in the United States because they were born there. So I really don't know. So many families, so many marriages have broken up, like, because you'll find out that a woman has been deported, the husband has been left, or the husband in this case has been deported and the woman has been left. Guys, this is something that they brought up, or the voters brought up for themselves, you know. And for them now coming out crying, they've been crying, oh, black Americans, they don't want to help us, blah 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 blah. When you went out there to vote, nobody even engaged you or told you, like, stop it, go through the policies. Let us internalize them. Let us analyze each and every policy here before we make that big decision. You understand? Nothing of the kind. So I really don't know who these Latinos thought they were going to be deported. I know the list is so endless. Deportation is coming to it's knocking at everyone's door. But when they went to vote, they had enough time to go through the policies, to read, internalize, analyze, scrutinize, engage with other communities, know where what it really says. You understand? And these people, like, they feel so special because of their color. You know, they feel like they are next to whiteness, so they are white Americans. That is the competition that is between them. And with their racist attitudes, you know, towards the black community, you know, always wanting them to be on the forefront, it feels so bad for them, and I'm very sorry for this. You know, to speak the truth, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. If that meant America is gonna be great again by sweeping away all the immigrants, illegal immigrants in the United States, so be it. So, girl, you sang for Trump. He listened, and he's just doing what was on that song. You know, going to vote for Trump. That's what you did. That's what you gave. You served for your community. They received it. They received that with their both hands. They sang along to your song. I'm gonna vote for Trump. That's what it happens, and that's politics. You know, that is politics. So, guys, there's no more we can do about it. She's gonna cry. If I was wiping her tears, I give her a towel. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry, mommy. It happens. That's how it happens. Don't cry. Don't cry. Okay? Don't cry. Be a good girl. Don't cry. Yeah. That's it, you know. It's me, I hope you enjoyed this video. May God keep you safe. Let us keep on praying to our beautiful world. We don't need war. We need a world for us to live in. Let us enjoy, spread love to one another. Find out, check up on your neighbors, how they're doing, your friends, call them, find out how they're doing. Till I see you in the next video. Bye bye.
We all know her. She is on fire right now. She is trending bigly. But wait a minute. Wait. Watch.
Janet Correa screams injustice after her husband was placed on an expedited deportation order after showing up to his immigration check-in in Miami.
That is the same lady who sings the Donald Trump song. Her name is Janet Correa. She is a Cuban in Florida, and her husband is being deported. Honestly, this brings me joy.
Hey, you guys know what song I've been jamming to all day? It's just been in my head.
Help me! Help me! Now she crying. What are you doing this to me for? Why are you doing this, Donald Trump? Why is I vote for you? Why are you doing this? Donald Trump es mi favorito. Donald Trump, Donald Trump es mi favorito. Donald Trump, huepa, huepa, hey. Donald Trump es
She
mi
voted for this.
favorito.
Por Trump, la economía. Por Trump, hazlo por tu familia. Latinos por Donald Trump. Ay, 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 por Dios.
Sorry, but I'm not sorry. So, you mean to tell me that the women who helped rally so many of those Cuban American votes, so many of those Latino votes, singing that song, the I will vote Donald Trump, you mean to tell me that her husband was detained by ICE immediately after not receiving or not getting approval after his immigration meeting? They were waiting for him right outside of the office. They detained him right as soon as he exited the office. And they placed him on expedited removal from the United States. What a betrayal. If only there was a group of people that was trying to tell you guys not to do that. If only there was a group of people trying to tell you guys not to vote for that man. But you didn't care. Instead, you went and campaigned for that man. I will vote Donald Trump. You sang that song proudly with your entire chest. And now, it's not even just her husband, y'all. They saying that it's other family members that have gotten detained. They are literally ripping her family apart, member by member, literally. And the fact that they're not even giving you any time to be able to say your goodbyes, they immediately detained him as soon as he walked out of that meeting. As soon as he did not receive approval for his immigration status, they immediately detained him. And she's literally on CBS News crying her eyes out. But it's like, why are you crying, Janet? Just sing. I will vote Donald Trump. You should be happy. This is what you voted for. You literally getting what you voted for. You voted for this. Why are you crying? And in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about, it's right here. There's actually multiple documentations, articles, there's even the video on CBS News. And as stated, Janet Correa's husband, unnamed in most reports, has been navigating through the legal labyrinth of the U.S. immigration for years. He's done everything right. No crimes, no slip-ups, just back-breaking work to build a life. But his case was dismissed in court. ICE agents were waiting in the hallway, no warning, no second chances. Expedited removal, just like that. Just like that. But I don't want nobody feeling bad for Janet. Do not feel bad for Janet. Maybe feel bad if they have children because they're separating a family. Maybe even feel bad for the husband. I don't know. But to be honest, you saw your wife was doing this. You should have told her and reminded her of your legal status. Excuse me, baby. You remember, I'm currently fighting to get mine. Maybe not do this. Oh well, too bad. Don't feel sorry for her, because I know. Remember, this is Janet. Don't be fazed by the tears.
At the 333 Miami Avenue Federal Court building. Janet Correa's husband was detained this week. According to her immigration lawyer, he has already been placed on expedite removal.
That's unfair. That's fair. This is unfair. It was only fair when it was happening to black people. I don't know how I'm going to say that to my mom. So yeah, don't feel bad for Janet, because Janet got exactly what Janet voted for. Janet got exactly what Janet voted and sang for. I don't know why she's crying. Maybe she should try singing her song. She looked really happy when she was doing that.
Be like, I know black, I know black, I know black. Impossible, I know black. I'm Dominican, I'm Puerto Rican, I know black. Be looking just like me. Be like, be having the same hair. I be touching it like, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same, papi. It's not the same. They try to salsa that shit off. I be like, no, it's not the same. I know black. Negro, nunca, nunca. I know no, nunca. I know black. I'm like, no, you black. No. I know black.
Latino Hispanic community actually believed that African Americans, us, were immigrants. And that all of this immigrant mass deportation of the immigrants, they were thinking, since we were the immigrants, that we will be the ones deported. Now, my first question is, how the hell did y'all come up with that African Americans are immigrants? We're not immigrants. We didn't come here on our own. We didn't cross any border on our own. We didn't do that. Excuse me. We were stolen. We were bought here. We were brought here. We are not immigrants because we were brought here and then our ancestors procreated. We are citizens. We've been in this country long enough that we are citizens. The immigrant status does not apply to us. And because you guys were so uneducated, and I don't know who you were listening to, but you believe anything when it comes to black people. Your anti-blackness egged you on to believe this foolery, that we're immigrants. Not once has African Americans been described as immigrants. Who told y'all that? And why the hell are you stupid enough to take their word? All you had to do was Google. Bam, right there. There's your answer. But it's been reported a lot of them really and truly honestly felt that way. And they thought we were the immigrants they were talking about. And because they have no love lost for us, they were cool with that. Yeah, I'm down with that. That's why that 68 or 78% of Latinos in Florida, that's why over 50% of the entire community voted for Trump, because they thought they were giving us the boot. We've been here a hell of a lot longer than they are, and they come here with the arrogance to think that they could help put us out. I have no empathy, sympathy, compassion, consideration, zilch, none, nada. It is now being proven, and even your own people are coming out snitching on y'all how y'all truly feel about the African American race. So now I'm gonna put it to you like this: if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Please go ahead and free yourself. Quit running around here acting like y'all some kind of way cool with us, or thinking we should band together now that y'all ass is in the sling. No. Keep that same energy. What you thought you were putting on us, you were actually putting on yourself. So I'm going to need you to keep that energy. We don't need anything else from you. We've got what we need. We know how you feel. We've heard your people testify how you were raised, how you were groomed to hate black people, to feel you were better than black people. And we do not forget the fact that you want to be so close to the white people, and you thought voting Republican would make them accept you, make y'all seem white, and it didn't. Because it don't matter what your skin look like. What you have not learned about the Caucasian race is that 1% of African American blood in you makes you African American. And that was the term they were using when they came up with that. Just so that you know. So it doesn't matter how you look, because there's a bunch of us out there can pass just like you can. But the minute your heritage, the minute your DNA is discovered, baby, you back on the heap. So y'all learn the lesson the hard way. And for the record, no, sweetie, African Americans are not immigrants. Never have been, never will be. So that deportation stuff, that don't apply to us. See, we were the people here that helped you get here. Because without Amendment 14, you wouldn't be here. But you know, y'all always love. You always love to kill the goose with the golden egg, so to speak. When you just did that. We were your best allies. We were the closest thing you would ever find to a real friend in this country. But y'all sold yourselves out trying to sell us out. So, happy selling. All right? And happy Friday. And before I get out of here, I got one last question. Since y'all know we are not immigrants, is it great again yet? Asking for a friend. Happy Friday.
For years, especially in Florida, a large portion of the Cuban community has been reliably voting Republican, and more recently full-blown MAGA. I think Florida Cubans are some of the most problematic Latinos in terms of voting. They rallied behind Trump as he screamed about mass deportation, somehow thinking it wouldn't apply to them. Surprise. And I'm so glad that they voted themselves out of our country. Trump campaigned on mass deportation, and these MAGA Cubans voted for mass deportation, and now they're getting deported. They got what they voted for, and I love that for them. A lot of Cubans, possibly seeking legal status like naturalization in the US, have now eliminated themselves from the voting rolls. And I say good, because I'm tired of them sabotaging our elections. Now again, I do not wish this on the Cubans who don't support Trump, but statistically, most of them do.
Janet Correa screams injustice after her husband was placed on an expedited deportation order after showing up.
Y'all shouldn't have vote for Donald Trump. 2 for 1 today because I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was in here doing my workout because one, it's cancer season. I'm a Cancerian. A lot of Leo in the chart. That's why you get steamed with me. But I just found out that singer, I will vote for Donald Trump. Her husband just got expedited back to Cuba. Sure did. Just got expedited back. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. The reason why I feel some kind of way about, if you ever see me really getting on Latinos, it is because at a time I do identify with the fact that I have Spanish ancestors. You can see it in the name. I'm not going to get rid of that. That's in the blood. Can't do nothing about it but acknowledge the story as to how it got there. So I look at race very differently. In America, because a lot of the thinking is more 13 colonies based, they don't really think about it from a Louisiana Purchase perspective or a Spanish territories perspective of Louisiana and the rest of the United States, right? We rarely get into that. You would get into more of that probably if you were on the West Coast or if you were in Puerto Rico or something like that. But for somebody like me, my ancestors are literally here because my 6th great-grandfather, his name was Don Manuel Garcia de Tejada, right? Came from Castile, Spain, and he came to Natchez, Mississippi, and parts of the Tejada family actually went to parts of the Caribbean. So a lot of my roots are Dominican, Cuban, Puerto Rican. Again, Dominican, Cuban, Puerto Rican. And I had no idea that this was really a thing until I got genetically tested and we started going through my bloodline, right? So I am very sensitive to Latinos that I will perceive as white because I know that they are perceived as white. They're not me. And just knowing that from a Creole perspective, it's different, right? So I think a lot of people, when they look at the Latinos, they'll say like, well, they're not white people. Well, yeah, according to a North American Anglo-Saxon perspective, they would not be considered white. Even in Europe, those very Spaniards are at the bottom. The Portuguese and the Spanish are at the bottom of those systems. And they had their own thing. And they were very brutal people. And why I am getting on this woman that was singing, I will vote for Donald Trump, right? is she is an example of those white Cubans that were allowed to come here because they couldn't stand Fidel. Now, I'm not a person who is going to say that communism is a thing. That's not me. I am a left-leaning person. I am not a communist-thinking person. I am more so left-center in my thinking. But for her to get it like this, none of them are safe. And for you, supposedly a Cuban activist, Janet, how could you sit there and be an activist, but you didn't read no policies? And I'll make this last point. I said this before. It's because I am a child of Orisha. And you look at the salsa music that she was playing, and you don't know which Orisha you called down in that music. It's her soul that's the problem. It's not what she looks like. It's your mind and your soul. Because guess what? Had this been somebody else, would you really be okay with it? You probably would.
Y'all know that Cuban lady that was singing her one song? Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote. Para no tra. Yeah, he deported her husband expeditiously. Place to big games. Nigga, oh my God, I will vote. They was doing the salsa and some more shit. Now she crying. What are you doing this to me for? Why are you doing this, Donald Trump? Why is I voted for you? Why are you doing this? Oh shit! I ain't one of them niggas that's gonna be like, I ain't laughing at it. You got what you voted for. Your husband the fuck up out of here. Oh my God, I will vote. We trying to tell y'all, I will vote for Donald Trump.
Mi gente, I haven't done one of these in a while. Between the Cuban Adjustment Act and then when they started, when they took away their refugee status, I came on here and I talked about it again and I kind of make fun of them. But anyway, here's another one for the record. Cuban Americans take front and fucking center. Cubans for Trump. Front and fucking center. Let's talk about it, because I know you don't want to talk about it now, right? Now you're avoiding me at all fucking costs, right? And I think it's funny, but in the last fucking week, this administration has gone after you super hard. Super hard. Even those that have been in the country for a fucking while are getting detained and being threatened to be fucking deported. And he is coming after you. There goes the fucking articles. Because I know you're going to say I'm lying. But I'm not lying. And if it hasn't happened to you yet, it's just a matter of fucking time. Once he revoked your refugee status for you, Haitians and Venezuelans, right? Now you don't have the protections and that your ass is voted for, right? Do you remember all the videos? Your votes, voy a votar por Donald Trump. Right? Remember that? Remember that? Remember how many of you came to my page to talk shit? Who's fucking laughing now? Who's fucking laughing now? Do you think this would have taught you a lesson for midterms? Do you think it's going to teach you a lesson for 2028? I fucking doubt it. I doubt it. But I hope it does. I told you so. Again, I warned you. Now, here's the funniest thing about this video. This is the guy they call El Funky, and I don't even know who the fuck he is. But as of a few days ago, he was being threatened to be deported. And now, I'm not sure how he got out of it. But look at him. Does he fucking even look like he would qualify to be in the United States under this fucking administration? I think not. He should have known better. But sure enough, I think because he thought he was famous, Trump was going to accept him. And what did he say at your own town hall meeting? I only want you for your vote. Now you see how that works, right? But if somebody knows El Funky, send it to him, right? Because I don't even know who the fuck he is. But good for your ass. Good for your ass. Maybe you'll wake up now. Maybe all of you will wake up now and stop being a part of that colorism that makes you think the color of your skin makes you better than the rest of us fucking Latinos. Who's laughing now? Cubans for Trump.
Donald
It's been happening frequently at the 333 Miami Avenue Federal Court building. Janet Correa's husband was detained this week. According to her immigration lawyer, he has already been placed on expedite.
Hialeah, Miami, mi gente latina, what's up? I want to first.
Y'all know what I've been saying. I will bow, Donald Trump. Y'all had me in the comments crying about. Y'all wrote in so many different ways with so many different syllables. I was weak. I will bow. Because why would that bow for Donald Trump? What? And then if you click on that sound, it's so much foolery under that sound. Please click on the sound. Latinos for Trump singing their national anthem of I will vote for Donald Trump. And get yourself a good chuckle because why would y'all vote for Donald Trump? What? Y'all, that's embarrassing. So then two Hispanic delivery guys came to drop something off and I was still playing the song. Because I was making this video. I was still listening to I Will Vote for Donald Trump when they came to deliver the stuff. I was like, Latinos for Trump. Oh, girl, they thought I was picking probably. I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump.
You was singing all that mess, talking about I we boy for Donald Trump. And now you're screaming, shouting, acting like we supposed to give a damn about your husband being deported after you was singing, talking about I love my freedom. But your man ain't free no more, is he? Like we supposed to have to give. Who said that?
Do you guys remember this lady? Well, I'm trying not to laugh. This is her now.
It's been happening frequently at the 333 Miami Avenue Federal Court building. Janet Correa's husband was detained this week. According to her immigration lawyer, he has already been placed on expedite removal.
They voted por Donald Trump. Donald Trump deport. You heard that right, guys. Janet Correa, the famous Trump singing lady, has had her husband detained by ICE. And not only that, but he got put on expedited removal. They want him out of the US. They don't want him. But of course, we've been telling them this all along. They don't want you, bro. Also, do you remember the time I went viral because I told people to call ICE on Latinos for Trump and the family members of Latinos for Trump? It looks like it's happening, and I couldn't be happier. You reap what you sow, and I stand by what I say. But anyways, play silly games, get silly prizes. Let me know what you guys think.
It's been happening frequently at the 333 Miami Avenue Federal Court building. Janet Correa's husband was detained this week. According to her immigration lawyer, he has already been placed on expedite.
Hialeah, Miami, mi gente latina, what's up? I want to first.
Y'all know what I've been saying. I will bow for Donald Trump. Y'all had me in the comments crying about. Y'all wrote in so many different ways with so many different syllables. I was weak. I will bow. Because why would that bow for Donald Trump? What? And then if you click on that sound, it's so much foolery under that sound. Please click on the sound. Latinos for Trump singing their national anthem of I will vote for Donald Trump. And get yourself a good chuckle because why would y'all vote for Donald Trump? What? Y'all, that's embarrassing. So then two Hispanic delivery guys came to drop something off and I was still playing the song. Because I was making this video. I was still listening to I Will Vote for Donald Trump when they came when I came to deliver the stuff. I was like, Latinos, oh. Girl, they thought I was picking, probably. I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump.
You was singing all that mess, talking about I we bo for Donald Trump. And now you're screaming, shouting, act like we supposed to give a damn about your husband being deported after you was singing, talking about I love my freedom. But your man ain't free no more, is he? Like we supposed to have to give. What was? Who said that?
Do you guys remember this lady? Well, I'm trying not to laugh. This is her now.
It's been happening frequently at the 333 Miami Avenue Federal Court building. Janet Correa's husband was detained this week. According to her immigration lawyer, he has already been placed on expedite removal.
They voted por Donald Trump. Donald Trump deport. You heard that right, guys. Janet Correa, the famous Trump singing lady, has had her husband detained by ICE. And not only that, but he got put on expedited removal. They want him out of the US. They don't want him. But of course, we've been telling them this all along. They don't want you, bro. Also, do you remember the time I went viral because I told people to call ICE on Latinos for Trump and the family members of Latinos for Trump? It looks like it's happening, and I couldn't be happier. You reap what you sow, and I stand by what I say. But anyways, play silly games, get silly prizes. Let me know what you guys think.
Guys, these people stood out. They thought that they were untouchable. They were pointing fingers at illegals, thinking it was someone else's problems. Hey. They waved their hats, MAGA hats, like badges of honor. Reality does not care about political slogan. You know, reality does not care about political slogans. So they're empty promises. There were promises. They were empty. They were given empty promises. Now see ICE knocking at their doors, and when they come, they don't ask questions. Only the enforces orders, the orders that had been issued from above. Guys, the husband of Janet Correa needs to leave America ASAP. ASAP. You understand? Do you mean when I say ASAP? He's not needed in America. I think she should have gone ahead and done some papers for him. Hey. He should have done papers for him, you know, and these people, like, literally, they sold their community out, like I'm saying, to a lie. And they were living for fantasy that if you act white, they thought that if they acted white, they will be accepted. But their last name did not hold for them, and their whiteness was not even a shield for them. You know, I'm gonna say, like, the pain they're feeling right now is the ultimate price they're paying. You know, when they went out there and voted for a person who doesn't have their interest at hand, guys. Trump does not have interest at hand of any of them. So let us hope that he's gonna make America great again. I'm waiting to see that America great again. So Janet Correa husband, Kalas, his business in America is done. I'm called Irene So It. I hope I'm gonna be seeing you in my next video, guys. Subscribe to this channel, put on the notification button so that you get notified whenever I post a video. Safe stay. Bye bye.